So the whole piece is based on the E minor natural scale. I will quickly play it once for you to outline this on the high E string. So empty string is the bass note, and then we have the 2 on the 2nd fret, 3rd fret is the minor note, 5th fret, 7th fret, very important, 8th fret, 10th, and 12th. All the chords used in this piece are based on those notes, except for one. So, for example, the C major that is used in the Song of the Golden Dragon, every note of this chord is part of the E minor natural scale. You can count it out if you want. For example, the C, the bass note of the C major chord, is the small 6, so it's of the E minor natural scale. So this is the 5th, and here's the 6th, which is the C with the chord. So the same goes for A minor. A minor, again, every note is part of the E minor natural scale. An exception is the B major 7, which is kind of disharmonic, but is commonly used to have transitions, and Estas likes to bring this little disharmonic twist to the notes. The difference here is compared to E minor, this note here, which is the major 7 of the in terms of the E minor natural scale, which is not part of the scale, basically. So this would be the octave. And here it's just one step below the octave. And this is part of the B major 7. And this is why it sounds weird. Now let's talk about the time signature. This is something that can be tricky if you do not properly understand it. The piece is written in a 6/8 pattern. And the 6/8 naturally has accents on the 1st and the 4th note. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 1st and the 4th note are emphasized. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where Estas starts from. And then there's a variation of this that changes the accents to the 1st, 3rd, and 5th note. So every 2nd note has an accent in one bar. It's like one melody note and one background note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if you combine this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is how the melodies of this piece are generated. You have usually 2 bars per chord in the chord progression. And the first time the chord is played, you have the 6/8 pattern with 2 background notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the second time, for the second bar, you have the other pattern with 3 melody notes and just 1 background note in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now do it a little bit more quickly. So, the same structure is used for strumming as well. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have one accent on a downstroke, then a light upstroke, light downstroke, and another accent on an upstroke again. In rare occasions, he also uses the variation of this for strumming. So the just basically 3 emphasized downstrokes. And combine this, like I did now. To reach the speed and fluidity of the right hand in this piece, it is absolutely crucial that you do alternate picking. This means that your right hand never uses the same finger twice in a row. For example, we have a pattern for A minor. And for this pattern, the first note is played on high E string. And the problem here can be that the last note of one bar is also the high E string. So have a close look. Here, this is the last note of a bar, and then the first note of the next bar. So we have the high E string twice in a row. What we do here is to move the middle and ring finger a little bit, the index and middle finger. So we start off with ring finger on high E, then the index finger plucks the G string, then the thumb the D string, and now comes the movement. Now the index finger moves to the B string. So one further. Instead of G string, we have the index finger on the B string. And now the middle finger is free to pluck the high E string. And for the next bar, we can fluidly transition into the next one, played with the ring finger again. One rather simple technique that many people on the YouTube cover struggle with is the Tremolo technique that Estas uses for almost every piece. The right hand does a very simple movement. That's basically you can shorten this to three notes. One bar has 6 notes, but it's 2 times the same pattern of 3 notes. Just start anywhere. The first note is always the middle finger and the thumb. The second note is the pull off, and the third note is the index finger on the high E string again. And for the variation, the right hand does exactly the same. What changes is just that you leave one finger on the left hand. So. Let's talk about the Barré slide that Estas uses. I think this is a technique that he himself invented because I've never seen it anywhere else. And many people really wonder what he's doing there, because he's very quick and very brutal to his guitar, as it seems. At this point, it's basically impossible to really see what he's doing. And after a lot of slow motion watching his videos, I kind of figured it out. So what he does is he starts with his Barré finger on the 2nd fret, press down. And for the downstroke, he slides this up to one fret that represents one part of the E minor scale. So like the 3rd, 5th, 7, 8, 10, 12, or maybe even 14 and 15 if you have the cutaway. And for the upstroke, he just lifts the finger and goes back. So you have downstroke and slide up. Let me explain it again. For the downstroke, I just have the press down finger and slide it up to one of those frets. And for the upstroke, very lightly, I lift my left hand to just mute the strings. It's a muted upstroke while I go back. And one bar has 6 notes. This means 3 Barré slides for one bar. And usually Estas has at least 6 of those. So 2 bars, 6 Barré slides. And of course there are lots of variations, but this is the basic technique. It's very hard to really express your feelings with this. It's a very difficult technique, but you can practice this. Just do it slowly and get quicker, and use a metronome for this. So those are the basics I wanted to outline a bit for learning the Song of the Golden Dragon. For all the specific techniques, you can just read my tablature, which is in the description. And if you have any questions to any of those, to any part, just leave me a comment or write me a mail. If you cannot read tablature yet, as I said, just learn it. It's not that difficult. And remember to use the right-hand fingering notation in PyMac format. You find those indicators, those letters, not in the tab, but in the sheet music part, because I have always the sheet music and then the tab to the sheet music, 2 lines. So look for those indicators in the sheet music line standard notation. Thanks for watching.